Hi, my name's Alan Hooker of MSSB Consulting, a company that specialises in data management solutions for INGOs. This would typically involve database design, database management, web-based data acquisition tools, and a variety of other services. I want to talk briefly on an application or mobile technology that we're rolling out with a client in northern Mozambique, a conservation agricultural project. And I want to run through some of the benefits and some of the challenges of using mobile technology in the context of M&E. And so I'm going to run through the application. While I'm doing so, I'll highlight some of the challenges and some of the benefits of adopting this approach. The driving force behind it is obviously cost, and the cost of mobile applications and mobile technology is falling, and it's becoming increasingly cost effective to adopt this as a means for data collection and data management. So here we are logged in, and what we are looking at is a simulation of the screen an extensionist would see on their mobile device. And I'm going to run through each one of these, each one of the tools the application has in turn. And so I'm going to start with workshops, and this is where an extensionist can program and implement workshops. Programming a workshop is fairly straightforward. The extensionists can select people either by the area, which is what I'm doing now, selecting a bunch of people, or they can select by group or activity. I'm going to choose a bunch of subjects, choose a date, let's take next month, and we can see here that we have the option to send an SMS message to these three people that we've invited to the workshop. And if I click on Program Workshop, that's the workshop programmed, and that's the people that have been invited to the workshop informed by SMS. Once we program a workshop, we can move to implementing a workshop, and this is where we start to see perhaps the power of handheld technology in terms of the speed of data flow and the integrity and accountability of the data. If we open a workshop that we've planned and we implement it, we can, and this is done right at the point of service delivery, so actually in the workshop the extensionist can record the attendees, both men and women, take a photograph of the workshop, and then confirm the training. And then that's that training confirmed, and it's geotagged, photo tagged, time tagged with the attendees. And that's essentially the workshops. What we're going to look at now is how extensionWorker deals with field trips. And if you take field trips and training together, you're looking at really the bread and butter of the extensionWorker. The vast majority of their work is either taken up with training or field visits or trips. extensionWorker deals with field trips on a visit-by-visit basis. It's important to understand that this is very much done on a GPS location. So all of this data is geolocated, which is the advantage that you have with mobile devices. We can record a variety of data in a variety of media. We can, against Victorino Vasco, who's a farmer, we can make, for this particular trip, we can make notes on the trip. We can take anything up to 3 photographs, and we can set up within the project a set of trip or visit indicators. So here we are, we're looking at conservation agriculture, and here we have the main indicators that the field worker can select to confirm that the farmer, Victorina, has both adopted and is practicing these conservation agriculture. Now these indicators, they vary from project to project, and each project can set up as many of these indicators as they want, and with as much variety as they want. This could be conservation agriculture, it could be water points, it could be cold storage, it could be grain storage. The system is entirely flexible. Now if we save that trip now, we have that visit geotagged, time tagged, and photo tagged. I can't do the photographs because this is a simulation on the desktop and it just doesn't have that capacity. And that's really the field trips. On top of that, we have the ability to map an area. That's area measurement. We can do that either through the GPS or the device, or using satellite imagery. I'll just quickly show you that and how that works. So we can map an area by touching the screen, and we can again choose a variety of indicators relating to that, and then if we save that, that's that area mapped, and that can be done directly out in the field by the extensionist. We have the usual components for registering and managing and organising our beneficiaries, and again this can be done directly in the field by the extensionist, and this information is transferred either directly to the server or at a later date when the extensionist synchronises the tablet with the network. And we have a set of tools. We can do bulk SMS, so we can pretty much like we did with the training, we can choose the people either by area or by group or activity. We can choose a message. This could be an educational message, this could be a reminder, this could be information about planting, any variety of information, and then that information can be sent over via SMS to all those people that we've selected that have cell phones. And that's really it. We have our reporting, which is done via email to reduce the data load, particularly for those clients that are using 3G. And amongst all these tools, we cover a large part of what the extensionWorker is doing. Okay, I hope what I've shown, or what little I've shown of the application gives some flavour of the potential of these tools for M&E. We've been working for over 10 years in the area of data management for NGOs, and are well aware of the challenges that M&E faces in collecting, collating and presenting information. But we feel that this kind of approach, because it's becoming cheaper and thus so much more cost effective, really offers some potential in the areas of increasing the speed of data flow, moving from this typically 1 to 2 months to get data from the field collated and presented in reporting form, to be doing it almost immediately, because the extensionist is capturing information at the point of service delivery. The challenge of data integrity, different extensionists collecting different information and then presenting it in a different way. This system, or this approach, gives the M&E department a great deal of control over what is collected and how it's collected and in what format it's collected. It offers great potential in the area of transparency. It's fairly clear who's collecting what and when they're collecting it. And then finally, it really introduces a level of accountability, in so much that you know, because information is tagged with a geolocation, a time, and often with a photograph, exactly what has been collected and when it's been collected and how it's been collected. And I think these 4 factors come together to make quite an exciting tool. Now, I'm not going to answer everyone's answer every question regarding the use of this technology in one short presentation. But if you need to or have any other questions, or are considering using this kind of technology and want to get some feedback of the experience we've had in doing it in northern Mozambique, my email's on the page, and so if you drop me a line, we can set up some time on Skype to talk about it. But in the meanwhile, listen, thanks again for your time, and I hope that this has been of some benefit to you or to those that are thinking about mobile technology and M&E.